Welcome to episode 44 of the 2-Minute Warning. Today on the table, Joe Burrow, and will he lead this Cincinnati team to a Super Bowl?
You know, I'm a big fan of Joe Burrow. I'm a Trevor Lawrence homer when they played each other, but in the future, obviously rookie year, they're not going to go anywhere in that division, especially Joe Burrow. Every game they played this season, very close loss except the Ravens. That was a blowout. Lost to the Chargers by 3 points. Lost to the Browns by 5 points. Lost to the Eagles. Or they tied at the Eagles. Then they beat the Jaguars. Lost to the Ravens, like I said, in a blowout. Lost to the Colts by 4, in which they had a huge lead at half. Lost to the Browns by 3. And then they just beat the steamrolling Titans, so that's surprising. But long term, it is hard for me to ever picture the Cincinnati Bengals organization in the Super Bowl. It just doesn't seem realistic. As much as I love Joe Burrow, I feel like our organization's never going to get him what he needs.
Yeah, you know, I think the limiting factor in this equation is not Joe Burrow. He's a very talented quarterback. Yeah. Thrown for over 2,000 yards already this season. What's the Bengals record?
2-5-1.
2-5-1. So 2-5-1 team. You look at the record, you don't see a good team. And to be honest, it's not a good team. They're lacking on defense. A couple young weapons on offense. They got A.J. Green, who wants out of Cincinnati really bad. He's not playing well. He doesn't even want to be there. So Joe Burrow doesn't have many weapons. What's Mixon is hurt right now, or is it?
Mixon's hurt every other week. And then Giovanni Bernard, he's experienced, but we all know Giovanni Bernard's never been that star to support a Super Bowl team.
Yeah, Mixon's hurt. John Ross is in a tough spot, whether he wants out or the Bengals are not playing him, whatever. So
he's hurt too.
Right, if he's unhealthy. So Joe Burrow's in a tough spot. Joe Burrow is a very talented quarterback. He's got 11 touchdowns this year, 5 interceptions. It's a solid ratio. His QBR is lacking a little bit. It's just below 60. But he's got like 2,100 yards. He produces touchdowns. I think he's thrown for over 300 yards in 5 out of 7 games this year, or 5 out of 8 games. He throws the ball well. He just had a big win over a Super Bowl favorite for us, or a high-caliber AFC team in the Tennessee Titans. He's a good player. The Bengals are not a good team, organization down to the field, so I don't see this Bengals team in the Super Bowl anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, there is names on that team that you've heard of that you know can play. Like you said, A.J. Green, like you said, John Ross. They got speed, they got hands, but they're just not in a great position. They're never healthy. They also got Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon is a great... I do think he's a solid back when he's healthy, kind of like the Le'Veon Bell situation. Great talent, great skill, but in that organization, behind that awful O-line, you're just not enough, no matter how good you are. You need some help. On the defense, they got some names, Von Bell, Trey Waynes, and Geno Atkins, but that's, again, the names are great, but they're not Super Bowl winning. I mean, Geno Atkins has been there forever, and he's never been able to produce. Even when they've gone to the playoffs with Andy Dalton in the past, they always exit out of the first round. It's just a tough spot. The Bengals are very similar to the Washington football team, in my opinion. They're just not well run. They never give their guys help. They don't create great teams, and I just don't see it panning out. I mean, Joe Burrow, outside of all the numbers, like his QBR is not great, but his passing yards are there. And his TD to interception ratio started off awful. Now he's 11-5, still not excellent, but it's pretty solid for a rookie on that type of team. And like I've said in the past, when comparing other quarterbacks, if you take away the stats and you just think about the eye test, just think how they play,
how cute they are, right?
Yeah. Do they just look natural? Do they look confident in the pocket? Do they look like you know what they're doing? If you watch quarterbacks like Jared Goff, Daniel Jones, they just look scattered. They don't know what they're doing. You don't know why they're there. But this guy, like Joe Burrow, Justin Herbert, great rookie class, they just look confident, look like they've been there before. And I love Joe Burrow, but I do think eventually he'll either need to leave the Bengals or he'll never get a ring there, in my opinion.
Yeah, the Bengals O-line doesn't protect Joe Burrow efficiently. He looks great in the pocket, but he's ended up flushed out of the pocket on high percentage of plays. He's got to scramble. So anyway, he doesn't have the protection that he really needs. And like you said, I like Joe Burrow a lot, but this Bengals team is not the team for him to win a ring with.
Yeah, and honestly, if it weren't for Justin Herbert, Joe Burrow would probably win Rookie of the Year, and it still could be a close race. We're only halfway through the season, but I do think Justin Herbert will win Rookie of the Year over him just because he has the help to get him there.
Yeah, agreed.
So, sounds good.
All right, 2-1.